Hi everyone. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to create auto-generated letter from a survey or from a Google form. So this is how you're going to do it. For our purposes today, I was asked by a school district who sends home notes to parents telling them about the great things that their child has been doing in school. If they're caught doing something, they get a little note home. But the problem with just having the note is there wasn't a carbon copy. There wasn't a way to email it without scanning it into email. So we decided to kind of automate this process. And we are doing this using something called Autocrat. But before you even get to the form piece or the Autocrat piece, what you'll need to do is you'll need to go into Google Docs and create a letter in the document. So this is an example of the letter we want to send home to parents. And you'll notice that there are little carets around certain words. This indicates to Autocrat what you want automatically filled in. So as you can see here, the date, the name of the student, the qualities of greatness that we see every day, the notes that the teacher might write, and then also the teacher name. Now, all of these items surrounded by the little carets indicate to Autocrat that this is where they need to fill in the answers from the form. So I've created this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the form. So what I did is I looked at the already created paperwork the school had, and I went into Google Docs and I created a form using Google Forms. And the first thing that you need to know about Google Forms is you need to uncheck the required form settings. So if you're using Google Apps for Education, you'll probably see something at the top that says form settings. And I actually had to click off the require option because I want everyone to be able to use this form. Now, if I scroll down the page, you'll see there'll be an area for the student name, the reporter name. In my mind, this is the person who's witnessing what the student is doing. There's this place for the date, and then this is all done through something called checkboxes, and I can check more than one out of the list here. If you're interested, I've also attached a copy of this sheet, so you can just make a copy and put it right in your Google Drive. There's also a spot to add notes. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the view responses. Now I already have a few responses in here, but I'm going to go to add-ons. I already have Autocrat in here, but if you go to add-ons and you search for Autocrat, you should find what looks like a little robot waving at you, almost it looks like, or maybe a robot with paper around it. And instead of manage, you're going to see the button that says free. If you click on that, that will allow you to access Autocrat in your spreadsheets. So I'm going to go to add-ons, and now I should see Autocrat, and then there's a launch option. When I click on launch, I'm going to click new merge job. And here's where I'm going to choose that template. And the template is the letter that we wrote. So remember, it had the date, it had the carets. We're going to go ahead and we're going to choose that from our drive. So let's go ahead and let's find that letter. And once I do that, it's going to take a second to load, but it's going to identify all of those tags, those merge tags that were surrounded by the carets. So for example, the first one was on date, and then it gives me the option to pick which section of the spreadsheet correlates with what I'm looking for. So the student name, yep, it's going to be in the student name area, the qualities, the notes, the teacher name will be the reporter name, and then I'm just going to hit save. Now you'll notice that it says to insert values from the spreadsheet using the tags below. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a PDF every time I had someone fill out the form, but I wanted it to have the student name and the date, because you might have a student that all the time is getting good things sent home, so you want to make sure that you add that date piece. So I just copied student name and pasted it down here. copy date and pasted it down here. What I did find is there is a need for putting a space between the two. If you don't put a space between the two, it won't allow you to save it. So you want to make sure that you do put the space between the student name and the date. I also selected the file type. I want to save this as a PDF as I'm going to be emailing it to parents and I want them to be able to open it. So after I choose PDF, there's an advanced settings option down here at the bottom. I want to click on that because what I want to do is I want to, and my view is a little squirrely here, but I want to run Autocrat when new forms are submitted. So I'm going to check that box. And then I also want to make sure that it's in a folder that I can find what I'm looking for. So it will already produce a folder for you, or you can create your own and save it to that particular folder. And I'm just going to hit save. And now every time somebody fills out the form, it will create a letter that can be then sent to parents. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the live form so you can see what this looks like. And I'm going to add my information. So my student name, who is reporting, the date, and the qualities. And then I hit submit. Now I'm going to go back into my Google Drive, and in that Cardinal Qualities merge folder, there should be a new letter, there it is, labeled with my name and the date. And when I open it, it has the date, it has the name of the student, using the qualities, and that's all there is to it. Now I can download this and print it off. I can save it and have a record of which students have been having these sent home to them the most, or whatever I want to use it for. But it's just a great way to take a form and create another document that you can automatically send out. You can use this in a lot of different ways, but this is just one way that we are using it. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you need anything.